Bridgestone Mindset wins again. Congratulations, Kurt. Happy's back. And Steve made some new friends across the pond. Let's get right into it. Welcome to the Tavern. Yeah. I think he's back to form. He fell off a little bit last year, but he also was named Ryder Cup captain. Give me King Gravity! Welcome in, everybody. How's everybody doing this week? Yes.
That might be the best use for a group at Brush ever. And they're pretty amazing on top of that.
We're good.
If you haven't seen it yet, we're going to talk about it in first round. Happy's back.
Happy's back.
And we are all happy about that. So,
yes, we are.
But besides that, we've all watched Happy Gilmore 2. How's your guys' week?
Busy.
You got fair stuff going on, don't you?
I'm still in fair season. I got one more to go next Sunday, so yeah.
Can we get video of you announcing? That's what I want to know.
We've had video.
It's up on.
He shared it.
Yeah, there's links on YouTube and everything from the show I just called this past Saturday.
Okay, let's go find out.
Yeah. So to put this out there, Dave, you have called baseball and softball games at Disney's Wide World of Sports, and now you've moved on to
farm shows,
sheep calling. I don't know what to call this. Like,
I am the voice and the advocate for the 4-H and the FFA kids and their animals, and kind of like a hype man.
Okay.
So.
So do you really like hype it up when they're coming in and get them all riled up as they're about to show the exciting world of farm animals?
It's more about who the grand champion is, and making a big deal about that, and calling that, and owning up to mistakes when you mispronounce some kid's name sometimes, and it happens.
I will tell you, like.
You mispronounced the name. I'm shocked by that.
No, I know.
Never happened on this show.
Never happened on this show.
Coming from the East Coast to now living in the Midwest, fairs are a whole different thing out here. Like, it is a lifestyle. It is a way of life out here. The Indiana State Fair is coming up in the first weeks of August here,
which I've been to with you.
For that, you have. I need to come to the Iowa State Fair is where I need to come experience that as well. And that heart attack.
Then we should go up to Minnesota.
Potato. I know.
Yeah.
The fair circuit
fairs
in the Midwest is ridiculous.
It's different, and 4-H and FFA here is a lifestyle, and I couldn't be more proud of being able to do what I do, and getting to be a part of those kids' experiences.
That's awesome. That's awesome that you get to do that and be part of the community with that. And that's what we're about here with the Golfing Dads, is being a part of that golfing community and just the community in general. So,
are you ready for
polos work out well in the Midwest heat in a show rink?
They do, and it is hot in the Midwest right now.
Okay, I've got a funny story. So I just texted a friend of the show, Mr. Todd Bishop from Dormy Workshop. And I said, "Hey, are you in Frisco?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Go see Jamie at Golfish. Tell him you're friends with us. He's awesome." That's hilarious. I just spent about 2 hours with those guys.
Nice.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm just jealous. Greg, we should have gone. We
should have gone. We talked about it.
We talked about it, and then I went to Ireland.
Yeah, it would have been another show I would have missed.
Maybe next year. Maybe we plan better next year and we make it out to that show, because that show's a little bit different than the PGA show in January. This is more of the fashion show.
Join the Golfing Dads Tavern at the Golfish booth.
That's what we need next year. Maybe we
between there and Dormy, I feel like we could have a good time. I mean,
Exactly. So it's good stuff. So, and thank you to the PGA of America for what you put on for all of this. We love being a part of this. So thank you to them as well. So,
and really quickly, Dave, I just want to know what's in it.
Bourbon.
Nice. Good call.
If you could have a cuckoo clock that you drink out of too, that would have made this even better.
That would have made it even better.
Yeah. Bourbon and bourbon.
I mean, with that, do you guys want to get into Happy Gilmore?
Let's go. Let's do
it.
Let's rock it.
Ready to take your game to the next level? Desert Fox Golf's collegiate gear is growing fast, with over 25 universities and counting. Show off your favorite team on the course with the Phone Caddy and DJ10 speaker, built for easy access for every round. Perfect for students, alumni, and college sports fans looking to show off their school spirit. Gear up today at desertfoxgolf.com.
So, we all watched Happy Gilmore this week, and we were all nostalgic for 29 years ago. We all watched the original Happy Gilmore, and it's one of the funniest golf movies of all time, up there with Caddyshack. I think the one thing I will say that this movie was missing, it's a golf movie about a dad. It was missing the golfing dad's tavern. That was one thing this was missing. Yeah. So Adam Sandler,
with all the other cameos, how did they miss us?
Yeah, Adam Sandler, we would love to have you on the show to talk about that experience, because this was a great
and having your kids star along with you.
Oh, exactly, and his wife too. His wife was in it as well.
Yes. I know.
Yes, some of us have, Bradley.
Yes. I know the movie and the script took a change and a rewrite after the untimely death of Carl Weathers. And I know I've read some reports about
rest in peace.
Yeah. About how they did that. And they didn't want to CGI him in, and all these other things. But what he was able to do there, and I think probably for me, one of the funniest parts is the PGA and Liv, Scotty and Rory, Brooks and
Bryson,
thank you. And Bryson jumping in to defend Rory after he's getting a purple nurple from Becky Lynch.
Those are my titties.
Yes.
So I will say that was
Adam Sandler bridging the gap better than anybody else for the PGA and the Liv.
That was the greatest thing to kind of see, is that you were making fun of what's going on in the golfing world today.
Yeah.
And you did it so well, but you were able to bring the people that are kind of on opposite ends of this together to talk about golf, to talk about that.
Yeah.
It almost shows that Liv is not as extreme as the Maxi Tour was portrayed in this. And that golf is still golf, whether you're watching Liv or you're watching the PGA Tour. So everyone's out there to enjoy this beautiful game that we all love.
Yeah.
I think the cameos were fantastic. They were gratuitous. There were so many of them.
Favorite cameo?
What?
Favorite cameo?
My favorite cameo?
And you can't say John Daly, because John Daly was not a cameo.
That wasn't a cameo.
John Daly had a part in this. And you really can't say Scotty Scheffler, because Scotty Scheffler had a pretty big part in this as well. So...
Oh, no, not again.
I got to say my favorite cameo, because it was so short-lived in it, and that is not a pun in there to say lived, was probably Eminem. Because he wasn't supposed to originally be in it. Adam Sandler didn't want to disturb him to be in it. And he asked him, he said, hey, would you mind coming out for this? And Eminem jumped on the chance to come out and be a part of this special movie that paid tribute to the original, paid tribute to all that have passed from this movie. But I'd say that one
working at
funny.
Dick's was pretty funny too.
That was pretty funny. The CEO
hilarious.
of LA Golf in the background.
Reed. Reed in the background there. Yep.
That was a good one. What is it? Bogdan, the NBA player, and don't hit me, mommy.
Oh, Trivanovic.
Yes. Yeah, that was a good cameo. The
actually, For me, it's Fred Couples and Blueberry Cobbler.
Oh, I was going to say Jack. Jack. And I'd like
Jack.
a half lemonade, half iced tea. Oh, and Arnold Palmer? No, but I get that a lot. Probably one of the greatest calls to Arnold Palmer.
And Travis being the server there.
Yes.
All I could think of is there's a restaurant that we have been to as a group that's connected to a locker room, and all I could think of was, could you imagine Travis being the server in there?
Yeah, I know. That would be.
You're imagining him being eaten by a bear covered in honey right now, aren't you?
And Bad Bunny being the busboy.
Yeah.
That was,
then,
that was good.
And then Post Malone with Vern Lundquist.
I wasn't a fan of Post Malone in this. I am a fan of Post Malone, but I thought his part was so not.
Yeah, I thought I needed more. I thought I needed more Post Malone. Like that's what I thought.
I would have liked to see more of Post's personality come out in this. I felt he was trying to act.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see Post Malone give a yes sir.
Yeah, and, like something.
And then have Vern look at him and go, "That's my line."
So let me add. So Vern Lundquist was brilliant in this, and it was great to see him behind camera again and on the mic calling a golf match. So let me ask you this, Dave. What was your favorite moment or scene in the movie?
I think for me, it was him waking up from a stupor on the bed and going up into the attic and finding the original set of golf clubs. And, it's not only a throwback to number one, but it's, for all of us that have ever picked up our dad's clubs at one point in time. I think him just, kind of putting the demons aside and trying to get back out there. As John said, you got to start at the bottom.
Grip it and rip it.
Yeah.
Steve, what was your favorite moment?
I have two.
Okay.
One was that whole scene with everybody in their gold jackets eating, and Ricky Fowler saying that's what she said.
Well, let's get it right. It was Xander not knowing how to use that's what she said was the best.
Yeah. And the whole chest bump from Travis Kelce. And then Scotty Scheffler wanting to stay in jail.
Yeah. Chicken tenders. What's for dinner?
Mine was the whole Will Zalatoris thing because of his caddy at the Waterbury Open, his first caddy, and Will being like, "Well, I don't caddy anymore, Mr. Gilmore. I play on tour.
I'm in your group today."
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Like I thought that was a funny scene that they had that callback, and that Will Zalatoris only aged 10 years in the last 29 years. So
yeah. Oh, he gets it now.
Yeah. So I thought it was just a fun movie. It was dumb. It was slapstick comedy. It's something we're missing. I don't think that we've had a lot of this lately in movies because almost is too PC or people aren't trying to go over the top with this. I thought they walked up to the line in a lot of places, didn't cross it, but took it right to where it was funny. And I thought it was great in that way.
Yeah, it wasn't a remake. It was, we're getting a lot of remakes. We live in the world of Marvel and DC right now, and, remakes about everything else. And this was just a pure written Adam Sandler project.
Nostalgia.
5 million views, by the way. It was announced today since Friday.
Yeah. So he's almost caught up to the golfing dads. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Almost.
The one thing that I will say from a golfing dad standpoint that really hit with me and hit with probably all of you and everyone watching out there that's a dad was that moment of you'll do anything for your kids. You will sacrifice anything for your kids out there. And that was just so heartwarming to watch in this comedy that you're able to laugh at what's going on and the pain. And as a dad, you relate to this, that it was nothing that you did and that your family is there for you. And John Daly's there for you and your family. Yeah. Like it was Uncle John Daly, as they put it.
Yeah. Yeah, feed John 3 times a day.
Make sure if he gets into the bed, no M&Ms.
Yeah. I think that from a casting standpoint, yeah, you had his own kids playing his siblings, but finding other actors that look like the Sanders family worked out really, really well to have, you know, those 4 guys that, you know, played the grown men, and you know, just how they all just acted like Adam, and kind of, you know, looked as almost like 4 brothers would.
You almost felt like you were actually, like, Happy was a real person, not a character. Like, you were actually watching this family. It didn't feel like it was supposed to be this goofy comedy, which it was, and it was great in the ways that it was done. But you actually felt for the storyline here. You felt for the family. You felt for this bond, and just hit it out of the park.
You had your moments of Adam Sandler throwing in the Adam Sandler-esque comedy, but you had your dramatic moments. You know, it touched on, you know, we're drinking here on the pot, you know, and, you know, kind of making fun of it, you know, here right now, but it touched on a, you know, pretty serious subject with that. And
while you're, you know, in the end, can you squirt that in? Can you get a squirt into your mouth?
It's empty now.
Oh, damn.
Crazy, man. You just asked Dave to squirt in his mouth.
With a group,
realize that I have that on recording now. You asking that to Dave, and I will be playing that over and over again on Instagram.
Yeah, let's not.
Perfect.
But yeah, it, you know, he and I think the script, like we said, took a turn after Carl Weathers, but what they put out there is going to be watched in unison with the original Happy Gilmore over and over and over again.
Which, by the way, because I had to watch the original one because my wife had never seen the original one. So we watched that on Saturday night, and then I watched 2 on Sunday night. The original one comes off the air off of Netflix on the 31st.
Yeah, because they want you to watch 2 now. So you got to watch 1 until the end of the month, and then But I will say, I loved and I wouldn't have expected the movie to go this way, especially the way they did the previews and the storyline from the first one. I loved the redemption of Shooter McGavin.
Yes.
I loved that Happy and him mended fences, that they bonded again, like that. But Shooter didn't lose his personality in all of this.
No.
It was like you saw both of them mature over 30 years, like we all do. And that was the fun thing about this, was just great movie, a great time. I will say, Fiddler's Elbow, I grew up, went to high school near where Fiddler's Elbow, where they filmed a lot of this at. So great course out in New Jersey. There's a lot of stuff in my home state of New Jersey. So kudos to them for
it's almost going to take 2 or 3 or 4 more times watching it to catch all the cameos.
There's 75 cameos.
Like I even went through like the credits and like slowing down through it, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know, there we go. You know, like Haley Joel Osment is in it.
Did you miss that one? Because that was kind of a main character.
It was kind of a main character, yes, but it's just one of those.
Did you miss Ed Kelsey in there?
That was not a main one.
That was not a main character, but it's just like you're just like going through, and you're just like, oh, you know, wow.
All right. Well, if you haven't seen it yet, please check out Happy Gilmore 2.
Go watch
Adam
it.
Sandler,
it was awesome.
Thank you for doing this, and I think the timing was right. Sometimes you want sequels too close. Yeah.
Thank you,
Happy Madison Productions. They have always put on these fun comedies. So, with that, I think it's time to get into first round. And Steve, we got some questions for you.
This is Happy.
Yeah, sorry, I played first round twice there. We're in happy hour now.
Hold on a second. Can you hear the
Yes.
Whatever you have in the background, yes, we can hear the people cheering. Are you watching Happy Gilmore 2 again?
No, there it is.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, Steve, we talked about last week that you went to the Open. We talked about your time at the Open. We talked about your time in Ireland. Are you smelling your microphone?
No, I was showing you my open hat.
Okay. We talked about your new love of Guinness finally coming to Team Guinness and Team Jameson. I don't know how you have never had Jameson before. So all of that we talked about last week. But while you were over there, you kind of did some other things aligned with the golfing dads. You played golf.
Yep.
So
I did. I know. Novel concept.
You played some pretty well-known courses over there. So the first one I want to ask you about, maybe the Masters champ.
The Grand Slam winner.
Learned how to
the newest Grand Slam winner. Yep.
The newest Grand Slam winner. This is where he kind of learned how to play the game. So you played Hollywood in Northern Ireland.
Yep.
Tell us about that.
I think one of the things that we don't get a lot of, especially here in Florida, are golf courses with amazing views. Because everything here is flat.
Yeah.
And when we get to Hollywood, you drive up the hill to the clubhouse in Hollywood. You drive in 6 holes to your left, get the rest of the front 9 to your right, and you pull into the car park, and you park, and they have a cool clubhouse is set up, and it has a cool balcony on top that looks out. And if you turn around and you look from there, you can see down into Belfast Harbor in Northern Ireland. There was a cruise ship in there. I posted a video earlier this week on TikTok. I'm literally hitting a golf ball, and you can see a ship sailing into the harbor while we're playing. The views were absolutely incredible at Hollywood. The golf course had one thing that I despise on any golf course, and that's internal out of bounds on 3 holes.
Oh, okay.
I'm a fan of internal out of bounds. But I will say this. You've got to drive it straight. It's not overly long. I think it's 5,700 yards. And it's one of the hardest walks for someone who rides in a golf cart all the time, because I live in Florida and they don't let us walk down here. Even with a push cart, it was a long walk. You almost needed a goat or a llama to carry your clubs. It would have been easier climbing up the hills there. But the golf course itself, fun golf course to play. Some cool holes, a lot of back and forth holes, cool forced carries on some holes. You could see where you'd have to golf a ball and keep it in play and be a straight driver of the golf ball in order to play there, especially if you wanted to drive off.
So this was your first time playing across the pond, was Hollywood, correct?
Yep.
So I've played over there, and not at Hollywood, but I've played over there in Scotland.
Yep.
And the golf over there is different than here. Links course, you can have a links course over here, but it's not the same as a links course over there. But Hollywood's not like that. Hollywood's not a links style course. No. It's different. So you kind of like almost eased your way into that.
It was more of a Parkland style course that you would see in America. And when you get out there and you get on the golf course, it was very much an American golf course to play. A lot of up and down. I felt like I was playing golf in New England.
Okay, so you kind of eased yourself into it, but then
you
went to Ardglass.
Yeah, Ardglass.
I did go to Ardglass.
So what was that like compared to Hollywood and to anything you've ever seen before? Let's be honest.
So Ardglass, we picked Ardglass. We were trying to decide between Ardglass and Castle Rock. And Castle Rock is up almost in Portrush. It's probably 10 minutes from Royal Portrush. And we decided to go to Ardglass. Now, the reason we picked Ardglass was it was a Seaside Links golf course, which is what we wanted to play. Castle Rock is more inland. And we wanted that Seaside Links feel. And we really saw online 11 and 12. And 11 was this long par 5. I'd say long. It played way longer than it did. than it said on the card. 11 and 12 were a par 5, par 3 back-to-back along the water. And we were like, okay, seaside links, pot bunkers, that's what we wanted to play. And we get to Ardglass, and you pull in. And Ardglass is known for having the oldest clubhouse in the world. Part of the clubhouse was built in 1405. And from the minute we walked into Ardglass to the 7 hours later when we left Ardglass, because we were there, we had dinner there. And I'll get into something else that literally was one of the coolest spots I've ever sat in on the golf course. We literally got there 20 minutes before we teed off because we went to breakfast at Royal County Down because we were like, we're there. We want to go see Royal County Down because I'd never been there.
As you should.
And we spent about an hour at Royal County Down. We had breakfast there and then drove over to Ardglass. And you pull in, the wind is whipping. Like it looks like it's an old turret from a castle. And then there's a row of flags. The flags are all stretched out fully, and you can just hear them flapping in the wind. And I literally jumped out of the car, and I said, go park. I'm going to take some pictures. And so I started taking pictures from the parking lot, and I felt like I wanted John Candy to say to me, hey, Wang, it's a parking lot. Where's Al Chervik? You need him. We walk up, and Adam is at
Rodney Dangerfield, not John Candy, by the way.
You're right. Yeah, right. And we meet Adam, who is the outside service guy. Couldn't have been nicer. We tell him who we are. He's like, great. I said, hey, I think we want to get a buggy today because they call them buggies over there, not golf carts. He's like, I don't think we have any more, but let me see if I can get you 2 of our motorized push carts. I said, that's fine. If you can't get us a buggy, I'll take one of those. And we go inside.
Like Adam and buggy.
It's fun, right? Like
exactly.
We meet Adam in the golf shop. Couldn't have been nicer. I bought a new T-shirt. I won't wear it on the show, but it does say Ardglass, a drinking village with a golfing problem on it. And then we get to the first hole, and we meet John, the starter. And we're standing there talking with him. He walks up. He hands us ball markers. They give everybody one of those ball markers that has the ball marker in the middle of it, the larger ones. And I was like, well, here's my ball marker for today. And we look up, and there's this portion of the clubhouse right behind the first tee, and there's a guy sitting up top, and it's the old original clubhouse, which is a castle. And there's a guy up there on this balcony watching us all tee off. And I looked at John, and I was like, I need a question. I have a question for you. He goes, Joe, what do you got? And I said, how do I get up there? Because I want a pint there after we get done. And he goes, oh, just go up and get a pint and ask the bartender. I said, all right, cool. He's like, they'll tell you how to get there. I was like, nice. All right, I already like this. And we tee off, and the first hole, Ardglass is literally, you have the Irish Sea to your left. It's an uphill par 4. It's 334 yards. It's playing dead into the wind. And I watched a guy in front of me not carry the cliff. And I got to get up and follow that. And I'm like, great. And I got up.
Big hit of the llama.
Big hit of the llama and pounded one down there. And I smoked
that Cobra DS Adapt. That'll help you.
That Cobra DS Adapt. Trust in that. That Cobra DS Adapt, I had 116 in to tell you how bad the wind was blowing after pounding one. And I hit 8-iron from 116.
Damn. So let me ask you this, Steve. With going over there and playing these courses, when I went over there, the one thing that's different than over here, besides the way the courses are laid out and the nature of everything over there, was when you step on one of these historic courses that are older than the United States, did you feel like you could feel the history just as soon as you got there?
Because of the clubhouse, and you stand on the first hole with that clubhouse behind you, and literally the portion of the clubhouse that's from 1405 is right behind the first tee. I put on my Facebook and Instagram post that while the golf course was designed by somebody, God created it.
Yeah.
And the second hole is the perfect example of that. And it's funny how we were so excited to play 11 and 12 because of what we could see online, that 2 was an afterthought. And we get to 2, the wind's blowing 30 into, howling. There's a video online that literally you can just see my pants. They look like they want to blow off. Look like Superman's cape flying in the wind. And
we don't need to see you with pants off.
Right, exactly. And you have the Irish Sea to your left. You have this big cavern down that literally cuts down. You look like you're at Giant's Causeway. And you literally are standing there and you're like, this is the coolest golf hole I've ever played. And it was 167 yards, par 3 across the cavern with the sea to your left, into the wind from the left, and I hit 4 and was short. And from that moment on, I
told you going over there, you're playing a different style of golf. It's not what you're used to over here.
I learned how to chip with an 8-iron really quickly, everywhere.
7-iron for the wind.
Golden tee.
And
yep.
Yeah. Ardglass, the 7th hole has a cottage at the end of it. And you walk in and they have Guinness on tap in the cottage. And I drank Guinness on the golf course. Drank Guinness on the golf course because I could. It was that.
Like that's a new thing to do. Dave and I've been doing that for years.
Yeah,
for me, it was a new thing.
Plug, Steve.
So Dave and I became friends. Was Guinness on the golf course? That's our origin story.
As Red Foreman would say, "Dumbass."
No, I called you. I think from the 12th hole, which is this downhill par 3, and I said to you, Greg, I think I have a new favorite golf course I've ever played. And you were like, really? I know. But when I tell you the walk at Ardglass on, like, you literally start in the 18th hole. It goes out and back, and 18 comes back to the clubhouse. And 18 is a downhill par 4 that I had drove 1 pin high on. And you literally just go out and back, and you're out there and you're just like, you're one with nature. You see the waves crashing. You see the wind blowing. I literally joked with Eddie that morning. I'm like, the wind's supposed to be up. And Rick, it's unbelievable. It's Rick. Were you there with, what is his name? And I'm drawing a blank. And he and I follow each other. We were messaging each other on Facebook. And literally the week of the Open, were you there? And he, it was unbelievable. I can't wait to go back to Ardglass. When I was done with my round,
focus, dude.
Yeah, 16 is a 600-yard par 4 that plays, par 5 that plays uphill. We caught it downwind. Yes, Rick, Tom Coyne. We caught 16 downwind, and I was on the front edge in 2. But it was like there's so many great holes, and we get done. We had lunch, we had dinner, and Eddie says to me, "What do you want to do now?" And I said, "I want to pay our tab, and I want to get a pint, and I want to go sit on the first tee box." And I sat there for 40 minutes. We'd already been there.
Oh, okay.
And we'd already been up there, but there's this spot on the first tee box, this little, it's kind of a bench platform set up. Tee box is elevated. And I just sat there with the seat to my left, the castle behind me, and just staring out at time on the first hole for 45 minutes. And it literally was the absolute coolest spot to sit in. And the pro, we'd walked by, we were talking to Adam, and we were talking with Adam, and he goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to go sit on the first tee box." And he goes, "Sounds good." Hey, Rick, I actually drove it one of those pot bunkers left and was dead. I hit it down there with the wind off the left, and it literally ended up in that pot bunker, and I had no chance.
Steve, let me keep you on track here.
Great hole, though.
With this. So when you're drinking on the first tee there, I compare that kind of to drinking at the Deuce at Pinehurst and sitting there watching everyone come up 18. Yep. It's kind of that. You just get that great feeling of you're just watching golf in its purest form of just the course and people out there playing. You're maybe cheering people on, but you're enjoying a pint and enjoying just being out there on the course. So that's a great thing. But so you played Hollywood, you went to Ardglass, which is now apparently your favorite course outside of the United States.
Yes.
We got some video here that we're going to get into. So let's cue that up and
I'm going to I want to so the next morning we were scheduled to play a course in Larne called Cairndhu, which is on the water. And we get there, and this first hole is straight uphill par 4, and then the second hole is their signature hole. It's par 3 on a cliff. And it was rain had come in the night before, and the hole was literally the cloud cover was over it. We couldn't do anything with it. And we were supposed to shoot a video there, and that's the video you're going to see. So we went back the next day and actually played when the weather was better. So I got to interview the club captain. So we're going to roll that first, and then he and I played a match on the second hole. I'm going to show you both of these videos here. So,
hey everybody, it's Steve, and I'm here with Aiden, the club captain at Cairndhu. Aiden, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate it. Yeah. We are here on the second hole. I'm just going to split out here just so we can see this hole here. Yeah. How long have you been the club captain here?
I've been the club captain here this year.
This year?
Yes.
Okay, so is that how it works here? Because we don't have club captains in the States.
It's for 1 year, so I take over in February.
Okay.
And then it runs to the next February.
Until next February, okay.
Next day,
so what is your role here as the club captain?
My role is meet and greet, prizes, look after the teams, follow the teams, and support them.
Okay.
Just a support role more than anything.
Now, do you live here in town near the golf course?
Yes, I live 5 minutes away.
5 minutes away, that's awesome.
And it's a fantastic course. Fantastic.
How many members do you guys have here?
We have about 500 members.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have like an international membership or anything, or just local?
There's overseas membership.
Okay.
And there's company membership.
Okay.
There is, yeah.
Now, here on the second hole, and I mean, we're looking out, is it the Atlantic here at this point?
This is the Irish Sea.
That's the Irish Sea, okay. I mean, you've got a ship sailing out this morning. Eddie, if you want to turn and send the camera that way. Yeah. Ship sailing out this morning, the sun's up. Yeah. And look back into town, you're at this high point on the golf course. I need to know, does this view ever get old?
No. We do get used to it.
Yeah.
But you never, it's awesome. Just awesome.
So what's the course record here?
That's a good question.
That's a good question, okay.
That's a good question. I think it's 64.
64, okay.
It might be 62.
Okay.
I think it was Stephen Watts Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Could well be 62.
62, okay. It's a good number.
Yeah.
When you, how often a week do you get to play?
I would get to play about 4 times a week.
4 times a week, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm kind of jealous. I'm lucky if I play 4 times in 2 months.
Yeah. No.
Is this your favorite hole on the golf course here too?
It's one of mine, yeah. There's no doubt about it. It's a nice hole. It's inviting.
Yep.
Obviously you've got to keep it away from the right.
Yeah.
If anything, miss it on the left. Yeah.
And then, what other holes do you like out here?
I like the sixth. I like the fifth as well because that's a long par 4 downhill.
Okay.
Dog leg left.
Today I'll be playing downwind.
Yeah.
Is this the traditional wind we get here, kind of into here, or?
It can be. It's what swerves about.
Okay.
But yeah, sometimes you could hit pitching wedge here. Other days you could hit a driver.
Yeah, I could.
So strong. If you're at the back tees.
Yeah.
It can be really strong. But it's a good test of golf.
Yeah. No, I mean
we're all handicapped.
We came up the first hole, and I hit a good drive off of 1, and still had what was the equivalent of like 170 yards uphill straight up the hill, and it was an amazing opening hole to just get your feet wet. And,
absolutely.
And then you get here to this tee box, and you're like, man, let's go. So with your role as captain, you do a lot of greeting, tournament gifting, and things like that. Yeah. How many tournaments do you play in a year?
Tournaments myself?
Yeah.
Well, over the summer, probably about 20.
Okay. Nice.
And I play we have like local. We play competitions against other clubs.
Yep.
So I would play on the Ulster 4 ball because that suits my handicap.
Okay.
And we played the Hilton. Have you heard of the Hilton? Hilton Temple Patrick. It's near Ballyclare.
Okay.
Direction. And it's great to play against other clubs.
Do you get a lot of international travel to come up here and play?
We do, but we could obviously more the better. Yes, we do. We
found this. We were looking at courses to play, and we don't get this in the States. I live in Orlando, which is I got to drive an hour to even get to the beach either way. And so we went down and we looked at seaside golf courses.
Yeah.
And there were some text messages and pictures and things going back and forth. And we found a picture of this hole and we said we want to play here literally just because of this.
Yes.
And the view that we have here.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys see is what sucks people in is literally the pictures from this hole?
Yeah, absolutely. The views are amazing.
Yeah.
Like all around the course. Like even when you get up onto the next tee box, it's just a panoramic view of Ballygally and the other headlands. You know, you get up here, you've everything there. You have solid praise. You know, there's everything's here.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, let's. How about this? How about we have a little match here? We play this all together.
Yeah.
Let's see what we do.
Yeah.
You like that idea?
Sure. Yeah.
Let's do it. All righty.
Okay, Steve.
Thank you. Eddie, you can stop it. In the second hole, we got 147 yards to the middle.
Nope. It wants to go there.
Okay. Oh, I hit it good. Turn ball. Right in the bunker.
That's okay.
Right. All right, so we're down here green side. Oh, good one there.
Go on.
Man, his short game's awesome. That's 2 in a row that were great. All right, and I hit my tee shot in the bunker here. Hit it.
Yeah,
All right, not bad. Give it a chance. Alrighty here. Is there like any tip, like everything breaks towards the ocean here, or no? No, just hit it where you see it?
I would hit it where I see it.
Okay.
Yeah. Dead.
Look at that, gotcha.
Oh.
Tied you there.
Good man, Steve.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
No problem at all.
I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us today on this.
No problem.
We really appreciate it, and
yeah.
I hope you guys get some more Americans to come back here.
I mean, after that, he might not invite any Americans back.
So his chip shot, by the way, we didn't show his putt because he hit it up there to 6 inches, by the way.
Nice.
Literally, I walked up and flipped it back to him.
He is. I think this is something that we do miss here in the United States is having like a club captain, something like that. That's this ambassador for a course, especially for like courses like this. Yep. But it's different over here than it is over there. Like a course is, you might not be a full membership and fully private, but you have members and things like that on these historic courses. So you kind of need that person. Whereas here, we don't really have that in the States because our very historic courses are exclusively private, and you're not really need an ambassador for someone that's coming over there. So,
right. You know, I think the interesting part is we had a conversation after the mics were off. And we talked about the golf course itself really isn't, when you think about traveling and playing golf, it's 80 pounds for an international to play there, which equates
like
out
to $95.
Yeah, $9,500. And we were talking, and he said that they used to be a lot cheaper, but they found that they had to raise their rates in order to get Americans to come play. And when I tell you this place is a gem, like people will just leave it alone because they said if it was too cheap, they wouldn't play there. And I'm like, I'm going to tell you right now, that golf course, I mean, you guys saw the view on 2. That view was on, you could see the water on 7 or 8 holes.
Well, that's the fun thing about courses over there is you don't get the views you get over here because you said you were looking for those coastal courses. That's what a lot of their courses are. They're coastal. They have inland courses that are just as nice, but most of their historic courses are like that because they took up that land and built them on there. That's why you see a lot of these coastal courses that have these amazing views.
And one of the things about over there, Steve, you mentioned it with the price. As just because it's more expensive doesn't mean it's better. And I think, you know, from an American standpoint, we look at it with high dollar, you know, shameless plug, bottles of wine or restaurants or golf courses that are out here or staying at, you know, different types of hotels that are, you know, a luxury brand. Whereas over there, it's a way of life. It is, you know, just
I would tell you right now, if we were all going over there, I would insist that we play Cairndhu. And I would tell you we would, like, you could be, we joined up, Eddie and I joined up with two guys in the back nine, and they were staying in Warren with their wives, and they were like, oh, there's a golf course here, let's go play it. They didn't know there was a golf course there. And we all went out, we joined them on the back nine, we played the back nine with them, and they were like, how cool is this golf course for you? One guy lives in Jupiter. Like, it's not like he lives in a bad part of the world. He's down in Jupiter, Florida, hanging out with, rubbing elbows with Tiger down there. And we literally, like, I literally looked at him and I was like, this is what I want to play. Like, that I love Ardglass, yes. And again, I think anybody that's ever played Ardglass will tell you it's an amazing walk. Cairndhu is just as amazing when you think about it doesn't have a clubhouse built in 1405, but what it does have is it has great people like Arden. And it has Wayne, who's the pro there, is unbelievable. The staff was amazing. And you look at the appreciation for their golf course. And I literally, you know, when you're standing on 7 or 8 tee boxes and you have the ocean all around you, and they have a sign on the 10th tee, and at the bottom it says, enjoy the view. And you have to, I mean, to quote Ferris Bueller, sometimes you can stop and look around for a minute. You know what I mean? Like I found myself more distracted looking around because of the views there than you ever have in America. I think the only course in Florida that I could think that I watched had that many views that I just looked and was like, man, check that out or check that out is, and Greg, you can attest this, when the stream song.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a way different view.
It's you're in the middle of nowhere, and
correct.
You're in a
There's nothing.
quarry. Like, that's your old sand dunes and stuff like that. So it's a different view out there.
When you get in there and you see, like, I'm going to sing this golf course's praises, and anybody that ever tells me they're going to Ireland or Northern Ireland, I'm going to say, you got to go play this hidden gem, because it's literally that good. And to look at a golf course like that and think, man, it's that good, it's that fun, and like, it was honestly, it's probably the most fun golf course I've ever played on a trip.
Well,
like,
I'm gonna make a shameless plug right here for our show, because we're trying to do this more. We're trying to feature some golf courses on here, and in September we're going to feature a very famous course in my now home state of Indiana, and French Lick. And I've been out there before. We've talked to Rob, their head pro out there, and it is an amazing course. And Steve, I think you're going to have a similar reaction to an American style course when you see the die course at French Lick, because
I'm a big TP die fan.
Exactly.
And I'm a Donald Ross fan. Let's go.
And we got both there. You're going to have this amazing experience out there. And this is something we want to feature out there. So if you have a golf course that either you work at and you'd like us to come and feature you, we'd love to do that. Or if you're a fan of a golf course and want us to reach out to a golf course to feature, let us know in the comments, because we love talking about golf, featuring golf, and great places for travel for the golfing dads to go to, on places you can go on your guys' trips, and that we can go with our families as well, because that's going to be one of the things for French Lick. It's going to be a great time out there. So, all right, with that, Steve, thank you for putting all of this together. Thanks. And making the trip over there. We know it's an inconvenience to have to go to the Open
a real inconvenience
and leave your family and play golf.
Yeah.
But with
let's
that,
hop into Smack of the Week. I found a Smack of the Week this week that literally I've never seen this happen before, so that's what I got.
Are you okay?
He went the way of Happy's wife.
Are you okay?
Oof.
In the face. Like, how?
I don't even know. I don't even know, but we had to show it.
Lefty golfer off of one of the other boxes.
Correct.
Wow. All right. Well,
he
with
was setting
that,
chili peppers up Lee Jansen's ass.
so
yes,
and a shoe.
Because this is the Bridgestone Smack of the Week.
Yes.
And this week, for the second time in 4 weeks.
Yep.
What?
You had lost your audio for a second.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. For the second time in 4 weeks, we have had a winner on tour with the Bridgestone mindset. So with that, we want to make an announcement.
Winners win, you win. Congratulations to Kurt and Team Bridgestone on the win this week. To celebrate, the Golfing Dads are giving away a great prize package that includes an amazing belt from Golffish, a prize pack from Desert Fox Golf, a dozen Bridgestone Mindset golf balls, and finally a Nikon rangefinder. Enter today.
So
I mean, how much better does that get?
I mean, it's really hard to get better than that. Like, when you think about that prize pack.
Let's go through it real quick. You get Golffish apparel. You get a Golffish belt. Like, their belts are one of the best things.
Their belts are amazing
out there.
Yeah.
I have 4 of them, I think, now at this point, and I love them. I love their shirts. You get a Desert Fox package. So you get some Desert Fox swag. That's awesome. We always recommend Desert Fox stuff. It's with us in our bags all the time. You get Bridgestone golf balls, which the mindset, if you're not using this, you're missing out. Just look at on tour on these players that are winning with the mindset right now. It changes your game and it makes a difference. So if you need a new ball or you want to improve your game, check out the Bridgestone mindset. And then
Chris Gotterup, win top 5 T10
Ryder Cup. Here he comes. Yeah. Then Nikon rangefinder. This another game changer out there. Yeah. All of this could be yours.
Like, subscribe.
Go to Instagram, check out the rules. You're gonna have to tag 2 people, and I think we're gonna do this. There's going to be a chance for you to get additional entries.
Ooh.
So check out the rules on Instagram for what
and
you
maybe
can do to
maybe go to YouTube.
Increase your chances.
YouTube might be a hint.
YouTube might be a hint. Yeah.
So check us out, subscribe, like us. There's rules on there, and we will announce the winner here in the upcoming next week. So
we're
doing next week. The winner here. Just make sure you watch, like, subscribe, and you can win some fun stuff with the Golfing Dads. When our partners win, you win. We like to give back.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into last call and let's talk about what we've had. Our season is coming to an end here. Now, the Golfing Dad season is not coming to an end, but the PGA Tour regular season concludes this week at the Wyndham Championship.
And Wyndham's not playing.
He's on there to play. Did he drop out? Because he was on there to play originally. Because he needed to move up in the rankings.
If he is, he's more than plus 60.
Oh, that'd be interesting. I thought he was originally going to play in this because that was going to be.
Yeah, it does not look like he's playing.
A pick that I wanted to make because I want Wyndham to win the Wyndham.
I know.
So, but with that, our picks have been going on all year, And we have decided to make a change this year because I'm out of it and it's no longer fun. So, but with the playoffs right around the
your
corner,
fantasy football team,
I can't make a trade to save myself in this one.
Saw that coming. I'm waiting for Bradley.
Illusion.
I am. And Bradley, congratulations. I saw on Facebook your second anniversary of watching the Golfing Dads as a fan. So thank you for being a fan over the past few years. But with that, this week ends our regular season. And what we're going to do is the winner of the regular season gets to have first pick in the first round of the playoffs. Then we're going to have a 3-round playoff for a playoff champion to make it fun, like the FedEx Cup playoffs are this year. And if you don't know, the FedEx Cup has changed this year, and the FedEx Cup point leader going into the Tour Championship at Eastlake does not get like a 10-shot lead anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone starts at even par where they're at. So this week,
so good. Just so good.
Oh, yeah. The Sky Caddy, game changer out there as well. This week is a very important week because the top 70 make the playoffs. So that changed a few years ago, and now it's the top 70. There's a 3-round playoff for the FedEx Cup champion. So I was looking at a few things here, and before we get to odds with Dave, I want to talk about where people are standing here because these FedEx Cup points are kind of all over the place.
Yes.
So 70th place has 595 FedEx Cup points. Scotty Scheffler in first place has 4,806. There is a difference of 4,211 between first and 70th place right now. Kind of a big gap there. But
majors will do that.
this week, and the gap between 70th and 10th place is 1,154. The gap between Rory and Scotty is 1,362. So 70th to 10th is closer than second to first.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy out there right now. But there are some players that I'm looking at this week, and you two are going to pick this week because I don't have a chance. You two have a chance for first place. Dave, you have to get a win this week.
I need a win, and Steve needs to miss the cut.
So, speaking of people who need a win this week, and Dave, I'm going to ask you for odds when we get into odds with these people. Matt Kuchar, he's currently in 126th place. He needs to win this week to have any kind of chance.
Yes.
Max Homa needs a win or a second place finish. Joel Damon actually has a chance with a win or a second place finish. Adam Scott and Tom Kim, they need to get a top 3 finish. And Gary Woodland needs a top 20 finish, and who's in 70th place needs to come in 44th or less to have a chance to make this playoff run.
Tom Kim and Max Homa both 75-1 to win, about 6-1 to finish in the top 10.
We're talking odds. Roll odds. Roll odds.
So with that, Dave, let's roll odds here. I would have been picking second this week because we had one of our closest picks last week that we've ever had in this. Steve, you had, what was it, a T3 finish? I had a T10. And Dave, you had T12. It was a really close finish between all of us this week, which was really exciting.
After my breakaway start to the beginning of the season, I kind of fizzled out a little bit. Greg, you've just never really caught up.
No, I made a good comeback. I will say that.
You made a good comeback. Steve's sitting at 206. I'm sitting at 181, and Greg's sitting at 169. The only way that I could win is pick the winner, and Steve misses the cut. If Steve picks somebody that just happens to make the cut, no matter what I do, because we get 25 points for a win, I come in second.
And you can't pick Mr. Reliable because he's not playing this week. So
correct.
No.
Scotty is out.
Yeah. Matt Fitzpatrick leading the way this week at 20-1.
Yep.
Captain Keegan at 25. Ben Griffith 25. Aaron Bray 28. McIntyre at 30. Hideki at 30. Jordan Spieth at 30. Siwoo at 35, Oshke and Lucas Glover at 35. Steve's pick last week, Jake Knapp and Harry Hall at 40. Kurt Kitayama, 45. Ryan Gerard and Ricky Fowler at 50. And then Adam Scott at 55. So there you got Luke Clanton at 60. So,
all right, Dave.
I'm gonna do something. I think Steve knows where I'm going. I'm wearing the hat.
Okay.
Keegan.
I'm gonna take Keegan. I think Keegan, if Keegan wins here this week, he puts himself on the Ryder Cup.
Well, I think Keegan's already on the Ryder Cup.
Bold move there,
I think
Cotton.
it makes
Let's
his
see if it
decision
works
more
out for him.
Bradley, my other option was Ricky Fowler.
I would have loved to see
What a
you take
shock.
Ricky. I would have loved to see you take Ricky and Ricky pull this off. I
know.
You can pick. All right, Steve. Who's your safe pick to make the cut to get your 1 point that you need?
Nikolai Hogard.
Oh, so funny enough.
Hold on. Oh, he's 55. He's 55 to 1. So
his brother kind of needs a top 4 finish here to make the playoffs. So with that,
where's Nikolai right now? I thought he was 71st.
Ramos is 82. So
yeah,
that's his brother's at 82.
Yeah, Nikolai's been playing great golf, and all I need to do is make a cut.
They both have. This is going to be an exciting finish.
Yeah.
You also need to win.
Greg, who's your pick? Because you could pick a winner here and
take Matt Fitzpatrick.
No, you know who I'm going to take? I'm taking Lucas Glover.
Jordan.
Lucas Glover. G Lover, I like it.
I'm going Lucas Glover this week. I think he's got some stuff to play for here, so I'm going to go Lucas Glover this week.
Nice. All right, boys.
All right.
Great week.
With that, cheers.
Deuces.
Enjoy.
I'm really fortunate, man. I mean, having the opportunity to build something that's
And remember, folks, use code GolfingDads to get 15% off your order at Desert Fox Golf. Also use code GolfingDads to get 15% off your order at golfish.com. Use code GolfingDads to get 20% off your order at Jacket Sunscreen. And use the Golfing Dads Tavern to get 5% off your order at FlightScope.